Alright, so before we get into the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more Green Cross content. Also, if you enjoy the channel, be sure to join our Discord. We'd love to have you. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into the video. So huge shout out to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross database for the translations. I do not play JP, but I think this is a very, very good unit. Unfortunately, right, this unit is restricted to basically one team, but you can possibly use her on other teams, right? So Elaine is the next unit to come out for JP, and it's actually Elaine with like full grown wings and long hair. So spoiler alert, right? In the manga, Elaine actually gets a pair of huge fairy wings, and I guess you could say she awakens her latent potential. It's very cool, right? It looks cool in the manga, so very, very cool scene there. But this is basically a Christmas version of her. It's weird that they released a Christmas version before they released an actual like version from the manga. So pretty cool. But yeah, so obviously she's a fairy. So we'll go over her skills and stuff right now. So her passive, right? For each poison, bleed, shock, or corrosion effect on the enemies, decreases penetration, critical rate, and critical damage by 8%. So that's very good. Obviously, that passive is straight built for Fairy King. Really, literally just built for Festival Fairy King. So it's like, what, King uses poison, then you got Hendrickson who uses shock and bleed right there. That's 24% off the pierce rate, critical chance, and critical damage. So 24%, right? A reduction of 24% right there just from those three debuffs. So very, very good. And then she has her skill 1. So Merry Christmas is her skill 1. Inflicts cold destruction damage. Really, really good. Right? Equal to 425% of attack on one enemy. Obviously, cold destruction is a 20% damage increase per debuff on the target. So again, right? You have 3 debuffs using the fairy team, and Elaine's hitting really, really hard. It's very cool too that they used her passive like this, because I think this helps Festival King. Because right now he's probably like the worst festival unit in the game. He is, because the 1 is the best because his damage output is insane. When he crits, it's over. Lost Vein is still a monster with his charge skill 2, with his ultimate, and then Goddess Elizabeth is still toxic. Like, she's still toxic. Although JP has many counters to her now. So, and then you have like Small Wings King. So yeah, really, really cool, because this means she's doing what, she's kind of cucking Lilia teams. She's cucking people who crit. It's really, really cool. So I like that her passive like co-aligns with King's. And then her skill 2 inflicts corrosion damage equal to 20% of max HP on all enemies for 3 turns. So right there, you're giving another debuff, and that's 32% taken off right there. So got 8, 16, 24, 32, right, for 4 debuffs on the enemy, because King's giving poison, you have Hendrickson who's giving shock and bleed, and then you have this unit who's giving corrosion. That's really good. That's actually really, really good, because that means the enemy, first off, they're not going to have pierce rate, then they're not going to have critical chance or critical defense, which is very good. Very, very good. So yeah, I like this. I like this little combo that they did. It really makes me think that they want you to use Small Wings King. And then her ultimate, Tempest Falls. This is a new ultimate, by the way. This is not the same ultimate that Elaine has, because again, this is a different Elaine from the one that we have in game currently. So Tempest Falls inflicts damage equal to 400% of attack on all enemies. Releases 60% of any damage over time. Damage, right? So that's actually really, really good on an ultimate. So if you have someone who's using bleed or poison on your team, which I believe, yeah, all of them do. So Fairy King and Henderson, they do that. So you're good. You're releasing 60% of each of those on an AoE ultimate. That's very, very powerful. This could potentially like one-shot units, because you got to remember, King skill 1 does the same thing. Though King skill 1, I'm not sure if this ultimate is 6 out of 6, but King skill 1, if at rank 3, it can literally kill anyone, because if they have damage overtime damage on them, it's literally like a one shot. It's actually really insane, like actually really insane. So I am glad that JP is getting a unit like this, although I wish Global would have did something like this besides bring out Halloween Gouther again. I mean, Halloween Gouther is one of the best units in the game, don't get me wrong, but I like when units get seasonal cards. We could have got this instead of Halloween Gouther, like, coming back. I would have really enjoyed something, although we probably wouldn't have been able to use her. We could have got something like a seasonal Gil Thunder, a seasonal Hauser, seasonal Gilia, right? Somewhere along those lines. We could have got a seasonal unit like that. But this is really cool. I like this. I really like this. She's red, so that means when you run her with Small Wings King, you have the perfect, like, trifecta. I believe Hendrickson is green. So you have Festival King blue, Hendrickson green, and then you have Elaine red. So you literally have a rainbow team. That's really good. And then I guess you can just run someone on the back, which is fine. So again, obviously her kit is straight built for Small Wings King, obviously. So that's her best team. But Cold Destruction, very good. I like that. And they're gonna have like 4 debuffs anyway, so you're gonna be able to do a lot of damage with this team, especially since King has DLT damage on his skill 1, and then, you know, Elaine has this Cold Destruction card. And the fact that you can't remove these debuffs either, because again, Small Wings King, you can't remove debuffs, or cleanse debuffs, I should say, when you have certain debuffs on the enemy, right? I think it's Poison, Shock, and Bleed, or Corrosion. With all of that, all of what Elaine has in her passive is what King needs in order for the enemy not to cleanse debuffs. So you're potentially looking at a really good team. I like this. I honestly really like what JP Netmarble did with this character. It doesn't seem that big, but it's like they gave us a character, or gave you guys a character, because I don't play JP, right? Gave you guys a character that you can use with the festival. I like this. I really like this. It's not a unit that's overly broken or anything. It's a unit that seems fair, can only really be ran on one team, but that team is going to be very good. I mean, you can use her with other teams. It's just that you're going to need that Poison, Bleed, Shock, and Corrosion for her passive to really kick in. So yeah, but very good stuff from JP side of things. I really like this. I think this is very good. I hope Global does this, follows suit, and gives us a seasonal character, a new one, but that yet remains seen. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for 1.46k subscribers. Means a lot to me. But yeah, with that said, I will see you guys next time.